1045 The Team, 1045theteam.com. On the phone right now, New York Mets prospect playing with the Columbia Fireflies, full season A-ball. It is Tyler Badamo. Tyler, thanks for being with us. My first question to you is, you spent last season with the Brooklyn Cyclones. You made double-digit starts on the mound, but yet you avoided the Tri-City Valley Cats here in the Capital Region. Are you ducking the Cats?
I definitely did not try to. Just the way the schedule worked out and the changes of rotation between guys getting moved up, guys getting hurt, it just seemed to not line up. So,
well, unfortunate. We're sad to miss you here at Joe Bruno Stadium, but we are happy you are enjoying success with the Columbia Fireflies on the mound. Starting pitcher Tyler Badamo with us, 1045 The Team, 1045theteam.com. Now, you're on the 7-day disabled list. First things first, how's your health?
I should be good in the next couple of days. I strained my back jumping up for a ground ball that was over my head my last outing. I came down and I couldn't breathe. I couldn't move. I ended up going to the doctor 2 days ago, and they told me that I have an upper thoracic back strain. So it's nothing crazy. There's no damage done, nothing pulled. So it should be the next couple of days I should be able to get back up there.
How do you use the phrase, I couldn't breathe and it's nothing crazy in the same sentence?
Well, it was mostly for that next 24 hours. You know, it was very tough to take deep breaths or move around as much as I possibly could. I actually took a massage stick that we had in the training room, and I've been using it as like basically a brace. I stick it in between like my spine and my shoulder blades, which puts pressure on it for me to be able to move around.
The Mets,
it looks very silly, but it works.
Hey, those massage sticks are underrated tools, as are the foam rollers.
Yes, foam roller has been very, very helpful to me the last few days. I've been doing it, and it's extremely painful, but it's allowing my back to kind of relax and get a good crack into it. So it's been very helpful.
Tyler, you're in the Mets system, the same organization that has produced Matt Harvey, Noah Syndergaard, Jacob deGrom. What is it that the Mets do to develop their pitchers?
I think they have a very good eye on guys that have the ability to not only throw strikes and throw hard and be able to command the zone, but those guys are very, very strong mentally. I've sat and had the ability to talk to those guys. The only one I have not talked to is Noah Syndergaard. But the rest of them, you talk to them and you see another side that people don't get to see. You see them on TV, you see them perform, you see them do well or do very bad, and you never get to actually see what they're thinking or how they're going about their business and how they, manage to get back on the mound and go out and dominate the next game and make adjustments and whatnot. So being able to get to sit and talk with them, I actually grew up near Steve and Matt's. We had known of each other, and I finally got to talk to him last spring training. They have a different mindset than everybody else, and no one gets to see that. So it was definitely cool to be able to talk to them, pick their brains a little bit, and get to see what they're thinking.
Steven Matt's from Long Island, you from Mount Sinai, so again, not too far from Queens should you get there. Hopefully you'll get there sooner rather than later. What was it like for you being a Metro New York kid being drafted by the Mets? What was that feeling like knowing you were to get to play for one of the hometown teams?
It was a very cool experience. I was sitting on day 3, and obviously that's a very nerve-wracking day. Not knowing what's going on, when I'm going to get picked, if I'm going to get picked, being a senior sign, there's never a guarantee. There's always hundreds of other senior signs that are willing to absolutely take a chance and go play. So I was very fortunate enough the Mets called me in the 24th round and gave me the ability to play. It wouldn't have mattered who it was, but it's very, very cool to be part of a New York team.
Now, you used to be a Yankee fan. We're your home for Yankees baseball here in the Capital Region. Did the old loyalties die hard, or were you able to sweep the Yanks under the rug pretty quickly?
I would say a combination of both. I told myself if I was going to get drafted and if it was a team other than the Yankees, that I would allow my fanship to die when Derek Jeter retired. He was the last of the core 4 and my big idols when I was growing up. So when he retired, it was actually the same year I got drafted. So it worked out pretty well.
And it wasn't an easy road for you to getting drafted. Again, as you alluded to, 24th round in 2014. But there were a lot of obstacles you had to overcome along the way to that great moment. Yeah,
there's been definitely a bunch of bumpy roads. I I was drafted as a senior. I was not drafted as a junior. I was not drafted out of high school. Recruiting through college, obviously I was always looking to go D1, and everyone is telling me, you got to go D1. You got to be able to put yourself in front of scouts and be able to get the best opportunity to get picked up. So I'm going through the draft process. The recruiting process, and unfortunately, my dad passed away my senior year of high school. So there was definitely me needing to stay home, stay close to my siblings and my family and whatnot. So that kind of limited going away. And then, Dowling came around and they offered me a full ride, and it was something I couldn't turn down. And they were a very strong Division II school. The biggest thing my coaches told me was that you need to put yourself in front of scouts by doing well, not by going to a Division I school. Yeah, they have a beginning more opportunity, with Stony Brook and St. John's, and their scout days are a lot stronger than mine. But you know what? I put up the numbers, and I did what I needed to do, and they came and found me anyway. So it worked out to my advantage. You
were an All-American your senior year at Dowling, an ERA of .83. And you mentioned Dowling. You said they were a very strong Division II program. Dowling actually closing the entire college due to lack of funding. How hard is that for you to take? And I can't even imagine an entire college closing.
Yeah, it was. When I found out, I was almost dumbfounded. We had heard for years that there was always problems with money and always bringing in new presidents and trying to make things happen and whatnot. I had heard this since my freshman year of college. But it was just, I got the phone call from my head coach and a bunch of my teammates going, Dowling's closed. Like, it doesn't exist. It's gone. He's like, do you want your jersey? Do you want your... I was like, yeah, I want it all. Like, whatever you can, get it. So it was weird, especially talking to some of the guys on the team that I still know. Now they have to go through the recruiting process all over again. They've juniors or seniors, and they got to find a new school. So it was weird to hear about. The college was something that was a part of my life, and I was there for 4 years, and I made unbelievable relationships with my coaches and friends and teammates and whatnot. So it's definitely something that will stick with me, and it's weird to say that they're gone. So.
Yeah, it's crazy for me to think about just an entire college. You're right. You always hear that stuff about colleges in financial trouble. You never think it will actually come to that. When you get to the majors, will you donate enough money to reopen the school?
Well, I believe they were $53 million in debt, so I'd have to have some serious contract money coming my way.
Well, contract number 2 then. We know about the contract number 1s, but contract number 2, that's where the money is. It's Tyler Badamo, Mets prospect, pitching for the Columbia Fireflies, with us on 104.5 The Team and 104.5theteam.com. We have locally here in the Capital Region, we have a couple of prospects knocking on the door of the major leagues. One of them is Tampa Bay Rays farmhand Jamie Schultz, and I talked to him last year. He was playing for the Montgomery Biscuits out in Alabama. You're playing for the Columbia Fireflies. What do you think of the minor league names?
They are always fun to listen to and see. Our team was the Savannah Sandgnats, and we moved to Columbia, and apparently the stadium in Savannah is now the team or the stadium of the Savannah Bananas. And, they just keep getting weirder and weirder, and I know that the Binghamton Mets are coming out with a new name for next year, and there was like a big poll and whatnot on fans making choices and whatnot, and some of the names are ridiculous, and I'm not too sure about the names themselves, but I just remember reading them and going, wow, we're really going to change our name from that to one of these names. So it's, they're always weird, and it's always pretty cool to see. We always play against weird teams.
Now, you seem like a fun guy, so I have a feeling that you probably have a good time between innings at minor league games, especially as a pitcher. You get a chance to really absorb what's going on in the stadium. What is the best minor league promotion that you've seen?
The Berserk guys and the blow-up guys. Berserk and I can't think of the name of them. Whatever, they are absolutely hysterical. They've involved us in a couple of things. We were in Asheville just for the All-Star break, and our shortstop, Milton Ramos, was involved. He did a backflip and a bunch of different stuff with them. They're really funny, and, they always include us, include the fans, and try to do as many funny things as possible. So I really enjoy those guys. Now,
you're not one of the guys who's in the bullpen and, throws water on the mascot as he's running around, or takes the fungo bat to the legs of the mascot. You're not one of those guys, are you?
Not from the bullpen. I'm not. No, I don't go to the bullpen. I'm not allowed out there. from the dugout, if it depends on, if it's like a day game and we got some mascots running around and, the kids are like in the front row and they're extremely hot, I'll throw water up there and have some fun. Or, there's a lot of times where I'm having a lot of fun in the dugout, but again, it depends on the situation. You can't be doing that down 15 runs or, up 15. It's tough to play it. But you know what? I do have a lot of fun, and I only throw once a week or once every 5 days, so I try to enjoy myself as much as possible.
Tyler Badamo, Mets prospect. We hope to see you in Binghamton next year, since we missed you in Tri-City last season. Hopefully you get to Binghamton by the end of this year or next year. We'll go out a little bit west to see you. Best of luck, continued success, and hey, we want to see the Mets on top for years to come. We hope you're a big part of it.
I appreciate it. Thanks for the call.